got some jerky with him. What the fuck? This is awesome. Should I go tackle him? Fuck that, he's like 9 foot. Let's go leave him be. Looks like he got in a fight with Mrs. Squatch or something. Head down. Looking pretty upset. We're gonna just let this one go. I got him on video. That's what matters. Look at that. We got him, guys. Yup.
Hey! Hey, look at this good vibes animals here. Some sheep here, they are living as a family and are just excited, full of good vibes. Oh, is this a plant or what's this good people of Earth? Eh? What type of plant is this? Hey, looks like it's some medicine of some type or what might this be? Oh, hey, oh, my friends, did you see that thing that just went in the moon? Oh, what was that thing? Oh, is it a star or a ship? Look, are you seeing this, my friends? Looks like some plane that
Secrets of the Statue of Liberty.
To many, this statue signifies freedom. What kind of freedom? On the crown you can see 7 points. Could it be the freedom of the 7 deadly sins of the world? Lust, gluttony, greed, sloth, wrath, envy and pride? What about the torch in the hand? What signifies the torch? Some maybe think that the torch signifies Lucifer, the light bringer. And what about the shackle at the feet? In Jude 6 in the Bible it is said, and the angels who did not keep their positions of authority but abandoned their proper dwelling, these he has kept in darkness, bound with everlasting change for judgment on the great day. This man created the Statue of Liberty, Frederick August Bartholdi, and as you can see, maybe you notice this sign which he is doing.
Strange things, those ones, just like these ones which appeared in the sky. Do you know what can you call this? Angels, holograms, crazy stuff. You leave your thoughts. And this one here looks like some floating giant hammer. Oh my god, what's going on here? Is this some interdimensional object or just crazy stuff made by humans that we don't know about? You see? You leave your thoughts, my friends. Oh, look at that stuff there in the sky. Oh my god. Is that some flying stuff or just UFO? This is crazy. What type of lightning is this? Hey. Oh my friends, look at this. Ha! A ship, a flying ship, literally a ship. They're supposed to be in the water, is in the sky. Aye. Hey, look at this one now. What happens? It looks like there's someone who cut some piece of the cloud there. Crazy, man. When scientists found water at the bottom of the ocean. Oh, see, they were supposed to find water at the bottom of the ocean. Oh, but it's like now this is not ordinary water. It's another type of water at the bottom of the ocean. Hey, these guys have wheelbarrows there in the ocean. How is this possible? Aye, my friends, what's going on there? Is this guy in the water or what's up? I mean, he's carrying water and he is in water. Hi! What's really going on here? This is crazy stuff, my friends. Yeah? Oh, looks like a separation of the waters from the ocean and the other waters. And this is crazy stuff, my friends. Look at this.
It's called heavy water.
Oh, guy. Hey, or this is the heavy water we had seen in some episode there that was said can be used as coolant in those nuclear plant stuff. Because
Person
now,
definitely experienced a glitch in the Matrix. Listen to her story that you guys tagged me.
just had something really weird happen. So I had this like brown beaded bracelet with a little ATL charm on it that I wore like all the time. I got it back in I think 2018. A local Atlanta artist made it for me. And almost 2 years ago, this would have been 4th of July of 2022, my husband and I took a trip. We went through TSA. I took all of my jewelry off, including that little ATL bracelet, and put it through TSA check. And in a rush to get through TSA, I forgot to grab the bracelet. I actually even remember telling my husband once we got to the gate that I had lost it. I actually loved the bracelet so much that when I saw this ATL maker recently, she made me another one. It's not exactly the same, but kind of similar to it. So I just walked to my vanity. I'm getting ready to go do some tours, and the bracelet is just there. Like, it was just sitting here, and I have not got the ATL charm on it. I literally haven't seen this bracelet in almost 2 years, and it was just hanging out. I've been standing here for the last 5 minutes, like so confused right now. Like, where did this come from? I haven't seen it in almost 2 years. Oh my God.
I would say fairies are other mischievous entities, but this thing has been gone for 2 years and it went from the airport to the home, so I don't think that's... So maybe your bracelet like popped into another timeline at the airport, and the other you in the other timeline was like, oh, look, this bracelet is in here with my jewelry and it's not mine, but I like it, I'm going to wear it. And then they wore it for 2 years, and then they put it on their dresser, and then it just popped back into your timeline onto your dress. Who else has a jewelry glitch in the Matrix? Let me know.
It just blew my mind when I finally found out that there are no church buildings in the Bible. Not once. Now you would think, because there are millions and millions of Christians who get up on Sunday, get dressed, and then go to a place called church, a building called church, you would see that somewhere. You would see that somewhere in the Bible, but it's not there. Nowhere. So if we never see a building called church in the Bible, why do we practice this? It's because of man-made tradition. And both Jesus and Paul warned against man-made tradition. Man-made tradition overlooks the gospel. Now, don't get me wrong. There are good traditions of men, but those traditions have to be based on the gospel. If they're not, they will be very destructive. And calling a building church is a destructive man-made tradition, because the Bible never refers to a building as church. Anytime you see the word church in the Bible, it's referring to you. It's referring to me. It's referring to the ecclesia, the living organism, the body of Christ. You know, Clement of Alexandria, an early church father, said something really good, and I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that he said, but he said, you could not go to what you are. You know, the early church were mostly Jews. They had jettisoned the place of worship, the temple. And Jesus said that the temple's going to be destroyed and he's going to rebuild a new temple. That's us. We are the temple. 1 Corinthians 3:16 says, you are the temple. 1 Corinthians 6:19 says, you are the temple. Many people will say, oh no, church is the house of God. Well, again, that's nowhere to be found in the Bible. They called the temple the house of God. And before the temple, they called the tent the house of God. But on this side of the cross, a building is never called the house of God. Hebrews chapter 3 verse 6 says, you are the house of God. Hebrews 10:21 says, you're the house of God. So the ideology of going to the Bible and saying church is the house of God, the temple is church, get up, go to church, all of that is nowhere to be found in the Bible. It's man-made tradition. Now here's where it began, because we're practicing something that is not in the Bible. And when you're practicing something that is going against the scriptures, it's a tradition of men. Now, this tradition began in the 4th century. It's not from the Bible. You calling a location church, a church building, is not in the Bible. Okay? You cannot find that anywhere. Even the churches in Revelation, like I said, are not physical locations. The church in Rome, the church in Ephesus, the church in Colossae, Thessalonica, all of these different locations were regions of groups of the ecclesia. It was not an actual building called church. The first church building wasn't even erected until about 150 years after Jesus ascended. And the only reason why it was erected was because they had outgrown the houses, because houses are not churches either. Most house churches are just miniature churches. And most of them have spun off from being, kicked out of a regular, air quote, church. But according to the Bible, here, we don't see any of this church building stuff. And we don't see houses called churches either. You're the church, I'm the church, the body of Christ is the church. So here's where it began. This is where church buildings began in the 4th century by a man with the name of Constantine. So Constantine was the Roman emperor in the 4th century. He wanted to legitimize Christianity by building physical buildings just like the pagans had with their temples and just like the Jews had with their temple when you went back to their scriptures. That's where it came from. And he ordered church buildings to be built. It's not because it's in the Bible. Now, Constantine also declared Sunday a holy day because he also worshiped the fake god, the fake sun god. Because he worshiped the sun god, air quote, sun god, because it's not a real god, and also Jesus. Whether or not he's a Christian, I don't know. That's not for me to judge. But he made Sunday a holy day, hence Sunday, and he also erected church buildings everywhere and pretty much commanded you to go to the church building on a Sunday, and that's it. Now, over time, we practiced this, and because Constantine was the most rich and famous and powerful person on the planet, and all these church buildings were being erected, we practiced this like it's just in the Bible, but it's not in the Bible. Now, here's another thing Constantine did. Constantine modeled the church buildings after Roman basilicas. So a Roman basilica was a place of government functions and civil activities. It was longer front to back, then side to side. You had your area up front where people were in charge, and then you got your people in the crowd. This is where we get our church building structure from, not because of anything that's in the Bible. That has nothing to do with what the ecclesia does when they get together. If you want to see what the church looks like when we get together, our gatherings are listed in only one part of the New Testament in any great detail because it says when you gather. Everything else you would have to superimpose what Constantine did onto the Bible to come up with, no, this is church. The only spot is 1 Corinthians chapter 11 through chapter 14. It's nothing about a church building. It's nothing about longer front to back than side to side. There's nobody in charge. There's no pastor. There's no sermon. But all of this Roman imperialism in church buildings stuff began with Constantine. And we practice it today because of that man-made tradition, not because of anything that's in the Bible. Now, if you want to go deeper into this, I recently made a YouTube video, Why Church Buildings Are Not Biblical. Check it out. It's on my YouTube channel, or you can also listen to that episode on my podcast, It's episode 239 of Walk Talks with Matt McMillan. Check it out. I think I can help you refocus on Jesus and understand your freedom a little bit better.
See, God is full of mercies, and He can even forgive us for our ignorance. You see? Oh, wait. Did you see that guy that just went through the mirror? My friends, this is crazy. And his face is moving. But they look at the guy in the mirror has seen the thing. This is crazy. Oh, my friends. Hey, looks like the matrix is broken. Or how can you explain that? Look at this. Looks like there is a shadow from the seat and no one is sitting there. Oh, these are crazy stuff. And this deer which has occurred in several episodes here, which looks like it has 2 heads. You see, wonderful souls. We can help one another in understanding crazy stuff like this. You see? Now, how can you explain that? Or the deer there was doing some ritual that we know nothing about. You see? We should also interact with these animals with love so that they can give us ideas of the things we seem not to understand out there. You see? Oh, wait. What's up with this woman? Hey, my friends. Look at this, and this good vibes guy here were out there and they were just having fun. Did you see that creature, my friends? Oh my god, this is crazy, man. What just happened there? Hey. Oh, look at this rifle. Different ways to start a fire in the world. Oh, interesting, man. You can as well use your pair of socks and remove some fur. Oh, this is interesting. Good vibes are drinks. Did you guys know this? Oh. Some interesting ways here to make fire. What are these powders? Oh, one looks like salt, the other one I don't know. And a packet of snacks there. Can you also make fire? This is interesting. You can also grate, I don't know, what looks like some wood there. And use that concussion to make fire. This is also interesting. It's good vibes, man. Remove some tree bark there. You put some tissue paper. Oh, looks like it's good vibes all of this stuff, man. You see? Haja, my friends, look at this. Oh, this is allegedly how those UFOs are made. Yeah, you can see some good vibes person here just made stones to float. I don't know what type of mechanism is being used here. Electromagnetism or what type of physics is being done here, but it's definitely crazy. You see, if stones can float like this is something unexplainable. Stones! My whole life I've never even seen a stone float on the water. Now how can it do that in air?
The fact that a specialist has come forward and said that the video that boy captured of the aliens in his backyard that were 8 to 10 feet tall was real. I don't know if you guys remember, but the teen caught on video these 8 to 10 feet creatures in his backyard at his Los Angeles home, and people were trying to say he made it up. Lo and behold, they just came forward and said they did extensive investigation and put it through multiple vectors to see if the video was forged or fake, and it's real. What makes this crazy is that family had to be put on lockdown. The government literally put their home on a lockdown, and you guys still believe that they were lying. And if you don't believe me, here is the article. And this comes from newsnation.com. And the title is Las Vegas Alien Video is Original. The article reads, a veteran crime scene recreation expert who's analyzed the video that purports to show 2 creatures in Las Vegas backyard says the video hasn't been altered. And he believes he sees the images of not 1, but two beings, and says once you see it, you can't deny it. And that was Scott Roeder. And what was crazier is that the police reported they saw something flying in the sky moments before that teenager called the police. I'm going to show you the original video and the frame by frame where someone slowed it down, but I think it's really crazy that a lot of people called these people liars, and lo and behold, they were telling the truth, and there was something in their backyard.
Here's the video of them checking the backyard. Look at the alien hiding.
Ora que cantes Paris le gajengue a la chorsi hora y todo. Entonces.
There were multiple other videos. There were some that showed the alien literally hiding between the slats in the gate in their backyard. I don't have that one. It seems like the internet has been scrubbed of a lot of the videos, which is very weird if you ask me. But I completely believe them, and I think a lot of people owe them an apology.
Oh man, honesty, my friends, honesty.
I can literally see the heat coming off of it with my phone. Oh my god, Nolan, you can see a flare! I just recorded it. Oh, that's fucking terrifying. Holy shit. What the fuck? It's still flying off. I need you to grab your wallet out of my purse on the bag, please. He's here. Hi.
What is flying, Mom?
Oh, that's terrifying.
Now how can you explain that, honestly?
Would you use a chicken's head to shoot videos? Because a chicken's head is really stable. No matter how the body shakes, it stays still as if frozen, no matter if the body moves left, right, up, down, or forward and backward. So a guy abroad came up with an idea using a camera. He made the camera into a hat and put it on a chicken's head to shoot. First he shot a simple running video and the effect was good. Then he filmed a soccer game, running alongside the players the entire time, yet the footage was incredibly clear and stable. So he tried more intense activities. He put the camera chicken at the front of a speedboat, and despite the boat's body bobbing with the waves, the footage was smooth. Placing the camera chicken on a motorcycle during a race, no matter how intense the driving was, the footage remained clear and stable. Even during skydiving and whitewater kayaking, the effect was surprisingly good. Compared to mechanical stabilization systems, the chicken's head stabilization effect is significantly stronger and smoother. Why is a chicken's head so stable? This is the result of the chicken's long evolution, because a chicken's eyeballs cannot rotate. To keep the line of sight stable and reduce bumps, the chicken's neck has evolved to be more and more flexible, so even when running, the chicken's head can remain stable.
Oh man, why buy a selfie stick if you can use a chicken?
When did you find out that the world was flat?
I would say about 10 years ago. I went to the Strand and I could see Cape Point, which is about 42 kilometers away. Now, according to the curvature of the Earth, you shouldn't be able to see the Cape Point from the Strand on the beach. So I'm talking about on the beach. And I took a photo. I Googled the distance and everything. And then you can work out the curvature of the way it goes and how far other side of the curvature it is. There was no curvature, and that's where the trouble started.
Did you feel angry or
anger, like you can't believe?
Is it better to not know?
No, I think it's better to know, because that's how we're going to change the world for the better. We're being lied to on a big time. There's no coincidence that the United Nations emblem is a perfect replica of the flat Earth.
What's on the other side of this?
What's on the other side? This is an ice wall.
Okay. So you're telling me you could go across there and there's a whole, what we would call a planet or another world?
A whole another world like ours. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think the chicks are like on the other?
Another hot take. Blondes like you can't believe.
Really?
Yeah.
When you see this globe, how does it make you feel?
It's an old friend of mine that turned on me. That's what it is.
Yo, man, this stuff about shape of the earth. You see? It's crazy, man. Hey, oh, ha, my friends. Oh, no. Look at this. this guy was in the grave there, and you can see there's crazy. There must be. This dog is seeing something, my friends here. Oh my God. Hey, what is this stuff going on in near cemeteries and burial places? Are those spirits still hanging around? Or what's up, my friends? You? Hey, this is crazy stuff. And who is this child saying hi to? In the cemetery. And there is no one there visible, my friends. This is weird. Hey, these are weird stuff. Some of this stuff are really... Oh, look at that! My... Ha! Hey! Are you guys seeing these things? Yo! If this is not CGI, this is something that can freak you out. Something that can make someone's heart to beat more than a drum, you see? Because now, how can you experience stuff like this? It's like there are other things that we cannot see with our eyes there. And hey, these are hard stuff, my friends. Now this stuff, they really make my mind not to be okay. Because now I can't even find the right words to explain this stuff. Whether using science, religion, maybe just theories that we hear from other guys here, you see? Oh, my friends, we really need to be honest with one another, you see? And now stuff like this could never ever dazzle our mind. Look at this, at the graveyard. Hey, yeah. Ha! Did you see that hand, my friends? This is crazy.
Christian God is useless. Watch this video with me.
Do you want to know whether or not God is real?
Yeah, absolutely, because it impacts
Me too.
my
Me too.
life
Have you asked God to answer this question?
so many times, and I've never
Has
heard
God
anything, which
answered
makes
you?
me skeptical. No, never.
Didn't answer me either. So how can it possibly be our fault if the creator of the universe, who supposedly knows our mind and supposedly wants to have a relationship with us, who we're told by many that if we reach out to him, he'll answer, and we reach out and there's no answer? Any God that could hold myself or you at fault for him not answering the question we asked is a thug, undeserving of respect or worship. There's nothing I can do to keep him from torturing me, but what I can do is not allow not knowing to continue to torture me during my life. Because as far as I can tell, this is the one and only life that I know I'm going to get. And if there's an afterlife, it's a bonus. And if God wants to torture me in an afterlife for the fact that he's better at hiding himself than I am at finding him, fuck off, God, you're useless. And so I don't worry about it.
Hey, my good friends. Thanks for watching up to this far. You see what that good vibes guy was saying about God? Myself, you see, everyone is allowed to have their own opinions. But from me, I believe God exists. It's why you also exist. And all this stuff is here around, you see? And if we all understand love, and God himself is love, then God really exists. We should all be doing good deeds, you see? Peace and love be with you. Leave your comments and hit the like button. I am Y311H. Until next time, bye bye, man. Love and light. Good vibes.